they miss you more than they're letting on, but they won't say it yet. Now, the reason for that could be a lot of different things. Maybe they're feeling too prideful to come right out and say it. Maybe they are waiting to make sure that they really know how they feel because they don't just want to come out there and say something that they're maybe only half sure of at this point. Maybe they know that they miss you, but they don't know what that means. Does it mean that they want to get back together? Does it mean that they want to give it another shot? Does it mean that they want to, just try hanging out again and see what happens? There's a lot of reasons that they might hold on to that and not act on it. If you think that that's what's happening, if you think that they miss you, if you think that they maybe on some level want to get back together with you or love you, what are you supposed to do? Talked about creating the right circumstances for them to feel comfortable reaching out. And sure, that's great. You definitely want to do that. But in addition to that, a lot of times someone might be afraid to say that they miss you or that they want to talk to you again or spend time with you again or meet up or be friends or whatever. They might be afraid to do all of that because they have this sort of black and white concept of how things could be for the two of you. That is to say, they think either we have to get back together again or we have to be broken up and be nothing at all. And there's no room in their mind for some gray area in between. And I'm going to be honest with you. Pretty much every situation I've worked with a client on where they've gotten back together has involved the two people existing in this gray area for a period of time. You're probably going to need to have this time period where you're not exactly back together, but you're not exactly broken up. And that can be something that, maybe they just didn't think of that. Maybe they just didn't think that that was something that was possible. Or maybe they are afraid of what that could lead to. But either way, they're probably afraid of taking that step towards you because they're too busy jumping into the future, wondering, where is this going? Where is this going to lead to? What is this going to add up to? And I think that's understandable in a lot of ways. The two of you were together in this relationship. I don't know how serious it was. I mean, for all I know, the two of you could have been married, or you could have been engaged, or you could have been in a really serious committed relationship where you were, thinking of, getting engaged or getting married or something. It can be tough to just pull the plug on that and walk away. First of all, if you were in that like really committed, serious sort of space, it's hard to go from that to just being a single person again. Even if you rebound into some rebound relationship, it's hard to go from having, years of history with somebody, years of comfort, years of trust, and then just try to create something new with somebody that, maybe you've only known for a couple weeks or months or something, and you still have to build up that track record of trust and comfort and history. And so there is going to be this part of them that wants to turn towards you, that wants to connect with you, that wants to say, hey, how have you been? I've missed you. And what you want to do quickly, if you haven't already, when they get back in touch with you or when you get back in touch with them, or even if the two of you have been in contact this whole time, is you want to set up the space for the two of you to have that gray area, for the two of you to have that place, that undefined little bubble for the time being, where the two of you can feel each other out, where the two of you can just enjoy spending time with one another without having to wonder, are we going to get back together? Does this mean we're actually going to get married? Does this mean that I need to, cancel the divorce process or whatever it is? Because we don't want them to be off in the future worrying and stressing out about what this all means. We want them in the present, connecting with you, having a good quality interaction with you where there's openness, honesty, transparency, authenticity, because that's where you build up the emotional foundation that makes them start to see and feel more confident in that future with you. As to say, if they're kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out right now, trying to get them to make a decision is going to be hard because they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And, no ultimatum is really going to be all that effective at making them choose to be together. Because typically, if you're in a tough spot and you're forced to make a decision, most people will just choose to stay right where they're at, which in this case is broken up, the status quo, wherever things are at right now with you. So you want to reduce that pressure to make a decision. You want to reduce that romantic pressure so that they don't feel like they have to make a decision right now. So they don't feel as if they have to see the whole path of getting married and being together forever right now. And, if you think about it, hopefully that's how the two of you started your relationship in the first place. Maybe in the back of your head, you were wondering, is this the one? But, you weren't like openly thinking, wow, I have this first date with somebody. I have to find out if we're going to get married or not. No, you're probably just thinking, hey, here's somebody who seems interesting. They seem cool. They're attractive. Let's get together. Let's spend some time together. Let's see if we have anything in common. Oh, wow, we do have some things in common. Wow, we do seem to like each other. Let's go out on date number 2. Oh, that seemed to go pretty well too. Let's go out on date number 3. And it kept going and going. And the two of you got closer and closer. And the more closer you got, the more of that emotional foundation you built with one another, the more you started to see a future with them. And the more they started to see a future with you. Until eventually you had that conversation about, hey, do you want to be in a relationship together exclusively? Or, hey, I think we should get married. Or, hey, I think we should, whatever. Start a family, buy a house together, get the whole package. These sorts of things happen over time. And that's how it's probably going to be when the two of you get back together. You're going to have this gray area. It takes the focus off of them feeling like they need to decide everything right now. And it puts the focus on just enjoying being with you in the present moment. Just enjoying connecting with you. Just enjoying spending time together. And the more that you do that, just like when you were first dating, hopefully it went this way, that's how you started to feel more comfortable with one another. That's how you started to feel more comfortable with the idea of being in a relationship with one another. And that's what made the idea of committing so easy. You probably didn't go into the first date thinking, okay, this is it. We're going to be in a relationship forever. I mean, that happens sometimes, I guess. But more often than not, it's sort of a slow build-up. Even if it happens on a reasonably condensed time frame, it's more of a slow build-up over, a couple weekends of dating each other or something like that. What you want to do is you want to reduce that pressure to decide right now. And the best way that you can do that is to have what's called a same team conversation. This basically clears out any misunderstanding, any preconception, any preconceived idea about any decision that they might have to make or that you might have to make or where things stand between the two of you. It puts it out in the open and it says, hey, we're figuring this out together. We don't have to put a label on this. All I know is that I think I want to spend time with you and it seems like you want to spend time with me. So let's just enjoy doing that and see where it takes us. And if you ever feel uncomfortable, check in with me. Let me know. And if I ever feel uncomfortable with where things are, I'll check in with you and let you know. But we'll talk about it. And it sets up the two of you for having an open and honest communication with one another about where things stand at any point in the process. And it sets the stage and sets expectation for just being able to enjoy yourself with one another. If you want to learn more about these same team conversations, what I want you to do next, I want you to check out this video right up here on the same team conversation. It'll help you to have that kind of talk with your partner and help you set things up so that you can actually set the stage for keeping their attention in the present moment. Thanks so much. Take care and be sure to like and subscribe.